Hello, and welcome to the Inner Bully Beatdown podcast. I am your host, Brittany Fowler. I am also the author of the book, Inner Bully Beatdown. I am also a breakthrough mentor and motivational speaker. So if you would like me to come speak to you, please visit my website at brittanyfowler.com. Enjoy this podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9. Woohoo! We're almost to episode 10. And I think for episode 10, we might just have a special guest. So stay tuned for that. But today, I'm going to read some parts of my book, The Inner Bully Beatdown. Now, you can find this on Amazon in print, and I am working on a audio version of the book. I actually recorded it like a year and a half ago, and I shelved it. Why? I don't know. I think it was because I wasn't fully confident in the fact that I could share my actual voice with people. Like, I'm much better on video, like I feel like. So this podcast has been a big stretch for me. And it has actually made me want to re-record that audiobook, because I went back and listened to it and I was like talking like so super like animated, and I was like, no. So you live, you grow, and then you redo stuff. So it's fine. So many good things have been happening. Have you felt it with like the shift of spring and the shift in your relationships? Man, my relationships are getting better and better each day. And it's because I am focusing more on improving myself, improving my mood. Even I get down in the dumps sometimes. Even I feel pressure and worry and anxiety. And even I am human. I feel it and I admit it. But as I continue each day on starting my day, let's talk about that for a second. So while I'm on that topic, so how you start your day shapes your day. And recently I've been starting my day in a hustle all the time. Like, it's just been like this. Okay, hurry, wake up. Okay, hurry, like get dressed. Like, okay, hurry, do this. Okay, hurry, eat breakfast. Okay, hurry, we got to get out there. Okay, hurry. And I'm in this I've noticed I've been in this constant state of hurry. And the other morning, my son had woken up early and I said, hey, do you want to stretch with me? So 3 months ago, I bought yoga mats for everyone in my family because I thought, hey, what a fun family activity. We could start to do yoga together. And my husband and I have talked about this for a little while. Like, what are some activities we could do together? And of course we bike. But it's just hard when it's cold and in the winter. And right now it's just springtime and starting to warm up. But we needed something to do inside the house besides play video games, watch movies, play games, anyway. So I bought these yoga mats, and I've been so nervous to bring them out. And I don't know why. And I think it's because I have been fearing rejection, because I want it to work so bad, right? When we are afraid how we're going to come across, when we are worried about how we come across to other people, oftentimes we never step foot, one foot in front of the other. We never show up because we're worried about what they'll say and worried about the rejection. But Tony Robbins said something. I was watching a webinar today of him, and he just said, hey, like, when you stop worrying about how you show up, the fear disappears. And you can focus on service. Like, you can focus on making a difference in people's lives. And that doesn't have to be on stage, but this example is like me and my own family. Like, I wanted my son to start to build a healthy habit. And you know what I found out when we were stretching together? We were learning, coordination and body movement and what the muscles were. And so he was learning more about health. And you know what I realized? He is so inflexible. But the other day he did a fun run and he ran so fast. And I said, Bub, guess what? If you and I stretch at least once a day, or once every other day, you can be a faster runner. And his eyes lit up, and that was super motivating for him. So anyway, so it was super fun to do that 15 minutes of stretching with him. And then we sat down and we read a book together, a religious book together. And I told him, I got him into the story and I got him to understand it. And our morning didn't start in a hurry. And you know what happened the whole day? I was more calm. I was in tune with intuition. I was happier. I was on the ball. I was happy to clean my house instead of feeling grouchy all day. Like, anyway, so how you start your day shapes your day. So if you're looking for a mood boost, think about how you start your day. Getting back to the book here, I really want to, my book, let me give you a little synopsis. So my book is really about my experiences of being bullied growing up and the inner bullies that came from those experiences. Like, I'm not good enough. I can't ask for help. I want to avoid anything uncomfortable, and worry and insecurity and wishing I was someone that I wasn't. And so those were some of my major bullies that I struggled with growing up. And I talk about that in my book, but then I also go through detailed chapters of how to beat down your inner bullies. And the course that I just finished, the Inner Bully Beatdown for teens and families, it even gives you more tools on top of the book. So of how to beat down your inner bullies and how to repair the space of the damage that the inner bullies have left. And so, and at the end of the book here, it really is a call for greatness. And I just wanted to share a few paragraphs with you. And I'm not sure if I've shared this with you or if you've missed it. It's cool. And if you're just joining, welcome. But I wrote this book when I was 9 months pregnant. And I say that because for those of you who have been 9 months pregnant, you know what a struggle it is to get sleep, to not feel painful or huge or miserable. And so to write a book in 7 days when you're 9 months pregnant, you're like, wait, what? I kind of did that too. I said, I'm going to write a book in 7 days. And I had gone to the Art of Mentoring with Kirk Duncan, and I had realized that, look, this has to happen now, or it's not going to happen after the baby comes. You think it's hard to write a book when you are pregnant. I thought it would be way harder to write a book with a newborn, which it would have been. Anyway, but I remember, and I had an idea to write a book for a few months before that, but I had just put it off, like we always do, procrastinate. And I couldn't procrastinate any longer. I truly feel like most of these paragraphs, when I read them, I'm like, wow, I wrote that? And then I remember, no, that was, yes, your fingers typed that, but the intuition you received, the inspiration you received was definitely from your heavenly helpers. That was total universe, putting it on paper, I had to get it out. And I feel like when I read some of these paragraphs, it was meant for specific people. And I hope that maybe you listening are one of these specific people. So at the end of the book, it's really just a call for greatness. And I say, look, so here it is. Are you ready? Say, women, it's time for you to step into your power. You have the inherent ability to not only create, but to attract all you want to experience. You are a gatherer by nature. Nature intended you to be the mother of all living. You are a nurturer. You are a powerful voice of attraction. Your emotional realm of expansion is impressive. You have a closer connection to your higher power than most. We are special, not because we're women, but because we're powerful creators at the soul level. We freaking make babies. We can run multi-million-dollar companies. We can create a home of honor and safety. We influence our families just with our mood. We are the front line of implementing positive self-image and self-confidence into our children. We are the warriors against all who dare to disrupt our family's happiness. We are powerful. It's up to us to band together to combat all that is attacking our children in the world. Bullies are attacking our children. Their inner bullies are attacking our family, and they must be taken care of. We must teach how to identify, select, terminate, and replace these inner bullies, or our children are doomed to have them run their adult lives. And I'll read one more paragraph here, and it says about self-love. Next is self-love. Do you have it? Many may, but most don't. Most like to dwell on the negatives they see and feel about themselves. They like to point out their flaws so that others will feel sorry for them. Self-love isn't found in the approval of others. It must come from within. I believe that I can co-create with my higher power, whether that's the universe, whether that's God, whether that, looks like karma for you or spirituality or whatever. Like, I am in the business of co-creating with a higher influence because I am someone special, but I am my full purpose being when I involve my higher power. And because I believe that I can create, I know that I can influence others for good. I know that I can influence others with a powerful voice, powerful videos, powerful emotions, right? And here I talk about, look, like you can even influence others when you don't even speak. Do you believe that you can do that? Do you believe that you have the power within you? Do you believe? And you may not believe it yet, but you've seen the power of other women in your life. Think about other stalwart women in your life and you're like, wow, they have done amazing things. Why do we admire them? We admire them because they took the courage, they put one foot in front of the other, and they never gave up. They never gave up on their goals, and their goals may have changed or evolved, but at the same time, they're so inspiring. Why? Because they never give up. I would invite you to find the power within, to actually get a sliver of hope that maybe you can make a difference in other people's lives, that maybe by the knowledge that you gain from all the podcasts that you listen to, from all the books that you read or listen to, from all the mentoring courses you're involved in, from everything, just believe that you are one step ahead of somebody else and you are meant to make a difference in their lives, whether that one person is your spouse or your children or your neighbor. You don't have to step on stages. You don't have to create a podcast. Guess what? You could. There is nothing holding you back from taking it to the next level. But what's most important is that we guard our families. We guard our children from these inner bullies. I was talking to my neighbor the other day, and she has a little girl who is in 3rd grade. So she's 8 turning 9, or will soon be 9. And she was talking about how at their school they had a track day. And her daughter is a little heavier, or just bigger. She's like a foot taller than everybody else. She's just about ready to hit puberty. And she didn't want to go to track day, but the parent said, it'll be a good experience, even though you won't, just try your best, being a good parent, helping her get, expand her comfort zone and try and do stuff. Well, it ended up that they had like 4 heats of these children running, and she was the slowest of her heat by a long ways. And she was so embarrassed that she faked a foot injury to come home because there was still like a softball throw and a standing long jump. And what do you do as a parent right then? Was she bullied? No. Does she have inner bullies? Yep, most definitely, because that experience is dramatic. She was singled out. It's because of her body image is probably struggling, right? Like we see it in our own children. When they fail, they love to beat themselves up. But we can stand in the way. We can be their rock. We can help them see that may be what they think right now, but that's not who they are. That's not their character. Right? That's just a label that they are starting to give themselves, and we're not going to feed into that. We're not going to feed into those labels that they claim that they are, because you know what? They are more than that, and so are you. You are more than the labels you give to yourself. Your children are more than the labels that they give to themselves. But yet, as adults, we struggle with that. Why? It's probably because we don't have parents anymore that we listen to on this basis, that we're around, that say, look, you are more than what you think you are, right? We want our children to believe that. And I want you to believe that about yourself. You have the power to create. You have the power to love yourself so much that through your example, your children will love themselves as well. You will go through hard times, and so will they. But it's how you come out the other side, how you beat down those inner bullies, and you make them disappear and never come back, that makes you who you are. I hope that you have a fabulous day today, And next time I want to bring on some guest speakers, not mentors, but I really want to go through a process of beating down your inner bully. So if you would like to be on the podcast here in upcoming episodes where we have a live phone call and you let me dig a little bit and helping you discover your inner bullies, to terminate your inner bullies, and then to repair that space, I would love to have you on the podcast and love to have you on the show. So you can email me. Oh, actually, just go to BrittanyFowler.com, BrittanyFowler.com, and then go ahead and send me an email there through the contact page and let me know that you're interested in that. So I think we'll do those maybe once every 15 episodes or so, and we'll see what the feedback is for that. So join me on the Facebook group. I would love to hear from you. And next week I'm going to talk to you about where you can find my course for free for the next 45 days. So be listening for that, and we will talk to you later. From the bottom of my heart to yours, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you can't get enough or need more support with terminating your inner bullies, please join us on Facebook at Inner Bully Beatdown Podcast. We hope to see you there. Have a great day.